This isn't just a cruise ship, this is almost like a floating theme park. Come with me on a deck-by-deck tour of the brand new Disney adventure. Okay, so on the Disney adventure, in terms of the decks that are accessible to the guests, they start from deck 5. Anything below deck 5 is like staff area, so you can't go under deck 5. So you can go from deck 5 up to deck 18. There is stuff on deck 19, but that is concierge level. So we're starting here on deck 5 forward, and these escalators bring you to the Walt Disney Theatre. And then if we come forward, then from there, it brings us towards Tiana's Bayou and the World of Disney 2. So World of Disney 2 is a lot of your toys and plushes. It's also got a Duffy section as well. So there's the Duffy shop, but then the Disney 2 store also has a Duffy section. But also opposite that then we have Tiana's Bayou Lounge. So you've got the seating here. There's been people doing kind of music and stuff. And then you've got the bar area here. You can see inside here just the Duffy merchandise. Then we come down, keep going straight, and we have the Disney Adventure. I love these artwork that give the inside view. They're so cool. Then we come along and we've got the World of Disney store on each side. So a lot of the inaugural merchandise on this side to the left, and then there's a lot of the Maiden Voyage merch here on the right. Obviously that's for the maidens, so that will change out. So you've got the shops all along. Deck 5 aft brings you down to Animator's Palette. So the door on each side.
If you're enjoying these videos, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. I have lots of Disney cruises upcoming this year and lots more Disney adventure and general Disney cruise content to come.
So now we are going to head up to deck 6. It's going to bring us up to deck 6 aft. And up here we have the Marvel style studio. Open from 9 AM to 7. And then if we come around, this is the Navigators Club, so one of the main dining, and also open for lunch. Walking forward, we come to the town square. This is such a pretty area. We've got the little royal court area here. Super pretty. Over to the left-hand side is where you have guest services. Still people out and about. And it's got like little Snow White theming. We've got the Snow White wishing well. You've got the Spellbound Cafe, which is really cute, really good theming. And then over on your right hand side here is the Enchanted Summer restaurant, but the Maximus section. So this is the Tangled section. We had dinner here the other night. The theming is great. Really pretty. All the little details are so cute. And the backs of the chairs. Out of the Maximus section, and Spellbound is to our left. We keep walking forward, brings us to the Enchanted Summer, but the Olaf section, so obviously all themed to Frozen. Busts of Anna and Elsa. And in here you've got all the little details as well. We had breakfast in here. And it was a buffet breakfast that you could have here in the morning. Lots of little attention to details. So quite like the Arendelle restaurant on the Wish. Really, really cute. Come out of the Olaf section, brings us out into the elevator banks, and we're now at deck 6 forward, and it brings us to the next level of the Walt Disney Theatre. And you've also got premier sips and snacks on each side, so where you can get all your popcorn and your sweets and drinks for your show. And there's this really nice piece of artwork here right at the very back. So when we come out of the Walt Disney Theatre, we come back on ourselves a little bit to come round to the stairs to bring us up to deck 7. More lovely artwork in the stairwell. Some Disney Adventure artwork. We are now at deck 7 forward, and that brings us out at the D lounge. This is where there's trivia and various activities going on in the day. It's a good big space. We'd no trouble getting seats here for trivia today. There's also the Disney studio is in here. And also some of the karaoke rooms are here at the back. So you can see here Lumiere, Sebastian, and the Muses. You also have the Royal Studio here as well. And a bar. So this is the Muses karaoke room in the D lounge. Deck 7 forward, you can also get out on deck. So you can get out for some air. So to the left you've got your D lounge. So deck 7 forward, D lounge to your left. But if you don't want to go through there and you come over here to your right, this brings you down along, and you can see here entrance as well into the Disney studio, and then here on the right is the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is very cute. And some great castle artwork on the walls as well. I love seeing all the artwork. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, open from 9 AM until 9 PM. And then here on the right, another entrance into D Lounge. And then we keep coming forward. And here on the left is the Diamonds and Wishes store. And here on the right hand side we have Bacca Coffee. You get all your different kinds of coffee in here. then next door to Baka Coffee is the TWGT. So you can get all your teas in here. They also have like little desserts that you can buy. You can get snacks here, so you can actually sit down, and I think you can do like an afternoon tea session as well. But they've got all the various different types of tea that you could want. I think some of it can be quite expensive tea, so let's see. Beauty and the Beast tea is $42. You can sit along here as well at this countertop. If we come back around, it's just Diamonds and Wishes, extends all the way around. And we're looking down into the Royal Court. Fancy handbag display here, and this really nice mosaic piece for Cinderella. Which is really cool. Got elevators on either side to go up and down, and really great artwork by the elevators as well. I love these. We've got Tiana, Cinderella, Luca on this one, Snow White, and then when we look up here we see more Pixar, Baymax, Marvel. And if we keep going down, we are now coming to Deck 7 Aft. Deck 7 Aft is where you're going to find San Fransokyo Street, which is my personal favourite part of the Disney adventure. The theming is so good. The attention to detail here in this area is absolutely phenomenal. So here on the left-hand side, you've got all the games, arcade games, the Hero Training Center, the various arcade games. This is also where the Baymax meet and greet happens, just in here, beside the Alley Cat Cafe. Back this way, if we double back a little bit down here, you have Vibe, and Edge is just slightly further back down. But if we keep walking up this way past the Alley Cat Cafe, it's got this cool little hangout spot, restrooms to the right, and then it brings us down towards the Duffy and Friends shop here on the right, and the National Geographic shop here on the left. And then right in front of us is the Baymax Cinemas. So I think there are 4 screens altogether, and they'll be showing various movies throughout the day, and they'll also show any like new release films. So at the moment they are showing Hoppers, which is the brand new release, and it's been on all day, multiple times a day, and I actually quite like that there's multiple cinema screens in here, because it gives more opportunity to actually see the films. Opening hours for Duffy and Friends shop, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. National Geographic, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I have to say the National Geographic shop is definitely one of the more expensive shops on the ship. It was quite pricey. Really nice stuff, but yeah, pretty prepared to spend in there. So coming back down San Fransokyo, with the arcades on our right hand side. This is the area for Vibe here on the, now on my left. Really cool. And Edge is just in here as well. So it's really, really cool. We come out of San Fransokyo Street, then we can take the stairs, and we'll be up on deck 8 aft. There is actually a very cool Disney adventure piece down here before you head up. And deck 8 aft brings us to the Hollywood Spotlight Club. Had dinner here tonight and it was fantastic. Great character dinner with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy make an appearance here at dinner, which is really, really fun. So if you go all the way down, brings you down into the Hollywood Spotlight Club. This is the Hollywood Spotlight Club, and you can see the big windows at the back, it's the back of the ship. So absolutely gorgeous in here. It's also got an upper level, you can see just behind here, so people can see it up here as well. But yeah, really great atmosphere in this one. So when you come back out of the Hollywood Spotlight Club and start moving forward on deck 8, you're going to see straight in front of you Thor's hammer, and this is where you can do like a meet and greet opportunity with Thor and I believe get a picture taken with the hammer. Now we can't go straight here, so we actually have to take the escalators up to the next level so that we can continue on. So when we take the escalators up, here on my right is the area where you can check your pictures that you've gotten taken on the cruise on the screens. So you can tap your key to the world card and check out your pictures. And then on the opposite side, there were like photo sessions set up where you could get like portraits taken and so on. So we're actually now on deck 9 aft, and that is Animator's table here at the back. So this is Animator's table, which is like the sister restaurant then of Animator's Palo, which is also on the ship. And it's the same menu and same shows in both restaurants. They just have both to accommodate the capacity on the ship. So when you come out of Animator's table, which is obviously to the aft of deck 9, where we had to come up from deck 8 because we could not go forward, but if we go forward on deck 9, we can come back down onto deck 8 and it brings us out where the kids clubs are. But a lot of deck 9 forward are staterooms. The health centre is also located there too. So when you keep coming through the staterooms on deck 9, coming forward, it brings you out here to the elevator bank, but also the health centre is here. And wheelchair rental as well if you need those. Opening hours, 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m, 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And also I noticed today something really good was that they actually had seasickness tablets available here for people. So you can pick up those from the health centre if you need them, if you have forgotten to bring your own. So that's actually really nice. If you come back down onto deck 8 forward, so you have to come up through 9 down to 8, and that's going to get you down to the kids clubs, to Disney Oceaneer Club, and also It's a Small World Nursery. So It's a Small World Nursery is just here forward, and then Disney Oceaneer Club is down this way. So this is open during the day and for the entrance for Oceaneers. We're now on deck 10 forward, and over to the left hand side there are staterooms, but there are also the spa and the fitness centre. So entrance into the spa is here. So forward on deck 10, this direction, if you were to come out of the spa and go forward, that's actually just all staterooms here. So we're going to head towards the aft of deck 10, but to actually get there, we need to go up another level. It's quite confusing. The layout of the ship is definitely a little bit trickier to navigate than the other Disney ships. So we have to kind of go up to come down. So now up on deck 11 forward, brings us up to the Imagination Garden. If you go fully forward, it's just staterooms down this direction. This brings us out to the garden bar. Also the castle collection shop. This is where you'll find the Sorcerer Mickey. It's super cute. After Sorcerer Mickey, when we turn, we've got the steps down. There's a nice seating area here as well for when the shows are on. This brings us down into the garden stage area where you'll see the Duffy and Friends show, the Marvel Avengers Assemble show. You've also got the drink station here, you've got Mowgli's Eatery on the right, and you have Grandma Tala's kitchen on the left. Now, just to be aware that at the moment, if you're coming on the adventure, even though these are free quick service dining restaurants, you do need a reservation at the moment, so you have to check the app to get a reservation. I think you get like a 15-minute time slot to go in and get your food. We've gotten reservations. We haven't actually eaten. We've ended up cancelling them, but it's just something to be aware of. I think it's to manage capacity in those restaurants because they're actually quite small quick service locations. So when we come down here, there's doors to either side of the stage. And when you go through, you come out onto deck 10 aft with the elevator banks again, and then keep going down this direction. And it brings us out to Discovery Reef. And there's also staterooms on either side here as well. So this brings us to Discovery Reef. Drink station is here too. You've got Treasures Untold over on the left-hand side. There is Stitch's Ohana Grill over on the right, and the Bewitching Boba and Brews as well. This is where you're going to find those. And then if we keep walking forward, so head towards the back of the ship. Oh, we also have here on the left, we also have Cosmic Kebabs. Again, I think you need reservations at certain parts of the day for that one too, so keep an eye on the app for those. Here on the left we have, if we go up the stairs, we have Tavern of Porto Rosso. Here on the right we have Mike and Sully's. This section here on the left is Palo Cafe, and right in front of us then is Wayfinder Bay. Palo Trattoria is also here to my left. So for Palo brunch and dinner, this is where you'll go. And then keep going forward, you have the Wayfinder bar, and then out here is Wayfinder Bay, the pool, and the Moana show. This is where you're going to see the Moana show, and there's lots of seating. All the seats here, and then also you can see the staterooms at the back that look out onto Wayfinder Bay. So coming back from Wayfinder Bay, you walk back towards Discovery Reef if you want to head up to the upper decks, but decks 12 through 16 are all staterooms, with the exception of the Fairy Tale Fresh Laundry, which you're going to find on deck 16. But the next deck that actually has things that you're going to want to see, the pools, etc., is deck 17. So that's where we're going to head now. So this is deck 17 aft, and this is where you're going to find the Pixar Market Restaurant. And in the Pixar Market Restaurant, you can get breakfast, you can get lunch, and you can also have this as one of your rotational dining options too. So obviously all themed to Pixar. It's actually really cute. Really great theming in here. You can see the inside out theming with the core memory balls. Cocoa theming as well. So it's buffet style food that you're going to get in here for your lunch and for your breakfast. Cars theming. The light shades are great. When you come back out of the Pixar Market Restaurant, you're going to then go forward, and that's going to bring you out onto the pool deck. That's where you're going to find the Toy Story themed pools and slides, etc. This is where you also have the screens where they'll show movies, so they call it Adventure Vision, so it's kind of the Adventures version of the Funnel Vision. Over to the left hand side, you're going to find Wheezy's Freezies. This is is where you're going to get your ice cream cones. Delicious. If we walk over to the right hand side of deck 17, just as we come out onto the deck here, you'll have the Pixar market bar area. So this is where you can get some drinks. Bar, walking forward, you've got a drink station here on the right hand side, and it brings you down towards the slides. Flying saucer splash zone. We come along here from the splash zone. You have the splash pad area, Toy Story splash pad, which is like super cute. Sorry, kind of hard to see in the dark. Full disclosure, I'm doing this tour at night time when it's a little bit quieter, just so that we're not annoying people. So it's just the cleaners who are kind of out and about, and I'm also trying not to annoy them as well, but they've been really nice. And then if we keep coming across, then we're going to find the Pizza Planet restaurant here. This is where you're going to get your quick service pizza on the pool deck. Swinging back around, then you've got your kind of hot tub pools here, and then another pool here. This is the sunny side pool. And then just straight ahead of us here, we've got more drink stations through deck 17 forward. That's going to bring you all the way down here to concierge. So concierge lounge is down here, and a lot of the concierge amenities. So obviously I'm not going to go down that way. I'm not concierge, so I cannot access there. So if we come back from the concierge area, so concierge are all based forward on the ship. If you come back onto deck 17 and then make your way towards the aft, then you go up the next level onto deck 18, and that's where you're going to find Marble Landing. So coming back down towards Wheezy's Freezies, you take a turn right here, see the steps. Now obviously you can use the indoor steps, but really it's handy to just come out here. So then you get up the steps and it brings you down towards the Marble Landing area. Excuse the noise, the guys are out power hosing, so apologies if that's a little loud in the background, but they're doing their thing. So you've got Group Galaxy Spin here on the left, and over the far side is the Pim Quantum Racers, and just behind me here, beside Group Galaxy Spin, should be the entrance, is the entrance to Iron Psycho Test Run. But as of the second day of the maiden voyage, it has yet to actually run. So unfortunately, we have not seen the roller coaster in action. Fingers crossed for day 3. If we keep heading to the aft, then it brings us down to the Infinity Bar and the Infinity Pool area. This is also where you'll find the smoking area on the ship, if that's something that you need. This is quite a nice shaded area. So Wayfinder Bay is a really nice area to chill when it's dark and the sun has gone in. But we found that the Infinity Bar area is really nice in the day when it's sunny because it's actually covered over. There's some really comfy chairs here that you can sit in. And this is where you have the Infinity Pool. Now this area is open to all ages, so it's not adult exclusive. Kids can come up here and use the Infinity Pools as well. Obviously all themed to Marvel. Bar. You can get the drink of the day here and other beverages as well. Some cool marble theming. go down here, so on either side of where the infinity pool is, if you come down and around, you're going to find the really comfy loungers for chilling out. So the lovely big squishy loungers around here. These are my favorite. Love chilling out in these. And then obviously the steps into the infinity pool here as well. And then from here, this is where you're looking down on Wayfinder Bay. So that's pretty much everything that you can see and use on the ship as a guest. Deck 19, there are some things up on deck 19, but they are concierge levels, so obviously I don't have access to that, and won't be able to go up and see those. But aside from that, we've pretty much covered everything. That is the full tour of the areas that you can go on the Disney Adventure. This ship is absolutely huge, but the theming is absolutely phenomenal. So highly, highly recommend booking a trip on board if you get a chance. It's absolutely amazing.